Good evening, everyone. I felt like I had to make this video because of that blanket of smoke that you see behind me. It's been creeping over the city of Port Alberni since earlier this afternoon. It's from a large fire, Wesley Ridge fire on Vancouver Island here. It's just over the mountain, and I want to say something because of this god-awful lie of a sign. And I'm not sure if it's backwards, upside down, or whatever, but it says LNG makes Canada stronger. Secure our prosperity. Does this look like prosperity? Is this prosperity? That's not prosperity. That is destruction. That's destruction of lives, of homes, of forests, of nature. And it's created wholly responsible by fossil fuels, by BC LNG, by liquefied natural gas, by fracked gas, by oil, by coal, by gasoline. All of it. We've known for 35, 40, 50 years, and they've known even before that. They? Who's they? The oil companies. The people who still insist that our only way to prosperity is through that? No, not anymore. How many towns have to be burned down? How many bridges, trestles, highways, forests need to burn? BC LNG and LNG Canada in particular is responsible for what will happen in the next 10 to 15 to 20, 50, 100 years. What's happening now is the responsibility of the same oil companies that own LNG Canada, that create BC liquefied natural gas exports. Shell is a top 10 emitter of global greenhouse gases in the past 100 years. It is still a top 10 emitter in 2023 and probably 2024 and 2025. Nothing has changed. It won't change maybe until their stuff burns down. But even when Fort McMurray burned down, they continued. When Lytton burned down, they continued. When Jasper burned down, they continued. How many cities need to burn down before we stop using fossil fuels? Don't tell me that there are no alternatives. That's bullshit. There have been alternatives for 50 years, 100 years. Electrification has been around for centuries. It needs to stop. Or we won't be able to stop it anymore because we'll be dead. I used to think that if enough regular people did their part, that we would be able to make a difference and at least turn the ship around a little. That's bullshit. That's what they wanted us to believe. They wanted it to believe that it was our fault. It's not our fault. It's never been our fault. We're part of a system that they've created, that they continue to perpetuate, that they lobby government to continue. Until that changes, until they are taken out of their position of power, this won't change, and it will become worse. It will become worse even if we stop it tomorrow. But if we do stop it tomorrow, it will be a lot better than if we don't stop it at all, or if we stop it in 10 years, or if we stop it in 20 years. We need to stop using fossil fuels. That is the only answer. There's no carbon capture storage. There's no seeding the atmosphere. None of that. That's all just bullshit for the fossil fuel companies to continue doing what they're doing. So when you see these signs, secure our prosperity, whose prosperity? It's not yours. It's not mine. It's not my kids. It's not going to be my grandkids. It's theirs. It's their prosperity. It needs to end. And we need to take the power back from them. Talk to your governments. Talk to your friends. Talk to your friends who work in the oil industry. I live in Port Alberni. 40 years. My entire life is essentially a story of Port Alberni coming out from under industry. We used to be the most prosperous city in Canada, the highest average income. We're not anymore. We went through a change of industry that has hurt thousands of people. Why? It wasn't because the forests went away. The forests are still here. It's because industry stopped caring about people. That's why it went away. They only care about their own prosperity, securing their prosperity, not ours. So if we want to be able to manage our forests better, if we want to be able to manage our lives better, if we want to be able to have a prosperous life, we have to stop this nonsense. End fossil fuels.